was Mike Perry versus Vicente Luque.
Yeah. That was a fucking war,
It
dude.
was.
That was such a war.
And we can go back to last week, and what did I say about that fight?
That Vicente was a murderer.
It was. That's right.
You know what's funny? When I was watching that fight,
Mhm.
that sentence that you said
Yeah.
came to my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, God, this guy's a fucking killer.
He is. But here's the thing, Mike Perry, I mean, this is the reason why I was so excited about that fight. Mike Perry is the type of guy that was going to bring the violence.
Yeah.
You know?
He's just that guy.
He is.
He's that guy.
But here's the thing, though. So we know Mike Perry to be just a slugger. He just wants to fucking brawl.
Yeah, absolutely.
And something that we saw a little bit in his last fight, and we saw it even more so in this fight, is that he seems to be taking a slightly more measured approach. I mean, he's still Mike Perry.
Right.
He's still trying to get in there and land elbows and land crazy violence, but he seems to be fighting a little smarter. That being said, I feel like he was doing really well early on in the fight, and then he just got tired. It's really
I saw tiredness maybe in round 2 and 3 a little bit.
Yeah.
So the way that I scored it, I thought Perry took the first one.
Yeah.
I thought the second one was a toss-up.
Yeah.
It was so hard for me to pick who was the winner from round 2.
Yeah.
It was so close. And I felt like both fighters had a lot of good shots, a lot of clear and precise shots.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, no one stuck out like, okay, Perry clearly won that round or Luque won that round. It was so close for me. So it was a toss-up. The third round, I was leaning towards Luque winning that fight. So how I saw it was 1-1. And then the second round was like
a toss-up.
Yeah, I mean, you can go either way. So I posted a poll on our Twitter who people thought won that fight. Mm-hmm. And I think it was like 70% of people said Perry. And then I went on Instagram and I noticed that a lot of people were saying that he got robbed. I did not feel like he got robbed. I don't know what people were talking about. Yeah. It was a very close fight. And like I said, I scored it 1-1. Yeah. Round 2 could have gone either way, in my opinion. Yeah. So it was a very close round. So arguably, you could have gone to Vicente or Mike Perry. Right. But I didn't think it was a robbery.
No, I didn't think it was a robbery either. I thought it was a super close fight, but I don't think it was a robbery. But that seems to be the general consensus. People seem to think that Perry took the first one. Luque took the third, and that second one was kind
so
of
close. It was so close.
It was, but in my honest opinion, I feel like not only will he do better in the future if Mike Perry's gas tank improves, but I think he wins that fight if
Vicente?
No, Mike Perry.
Mike Perry.
I think he wins that fight if he doesn't get so tired.
Yeah. Well, what I loved about Mike Perry was just like how focused he was. Yeah. Like his shots were clean.
Right.
He was hitting hard.
He was
throwing some hard shots. Mm-hmm. And I got to see just how good Vicente was.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's really good. And from someone like myself who hadn't seen him fight, I was like, damn, this guy's got talent.
Right.
Really good talent.
He's patient. He's strong. He's got good cardio.
Yeah. He was very sharp.
Yeah, he's the type of fighter that you're excited about in the division going forward.
And I didn't know that. I think he's on his 6-fight win streak now, right? Is
Something
it 6?
Like that. Yeah.
6 or 7? I think it's 6, but I mean,
and he's got a fight of the year contender already this
year.
That
to me is probably a fight of the year nominee.
Well,
for me.
I would highly recommend you go back and watch his fight earlier this year versus Brian Barberina.
Okay, I did not see that fight.
That's like top 3 for fight of the year contender.
Okay,
for sure.
I have a couple fight of the years like nominees. Obviously, one of them is the Israel and Kevin Gastelum fight.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I think this fight with Mike Perry and Vicente has got to be in the discussion somehow.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that's the fight of the year for sure, but I feel like that's definitely got to be in the discussion somehow.
Yeah, we're gonna watch.
Very close, very bloody. I mean. Did you see when he got kneed and they got into a point where Vicente had his arms around his neck and blood was just pouring out of his nose? I was just like cringing a little bit. I was like, holy cow.
Just, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like back in the day, those Halloween masks that you could
when you squeeze them?
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? That kind of, I see it now.
Dude, because he was bleeding, right? And then as soon as he started squeezing,
blood just started pouring. I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
It's nuts.
And then the photo or just the image of his nose like just all one-sided.
Oh, dog.
It was crazy. Oh. But I'm telling you, like, Mike Perry is one of the toughest guys in the fight game.
Oh, 100%.
Like, he just loves that shit. Like,
dude's nuts.
Mike Perry is just a different breed to me.
He is.
He's just one of those guys that, like, does not care.
Right.
Pain he doesn't recognize the pain, just goes after it.
Right.
That's why I love to watch him fight.
Shout out to Mike Perry.
Yeah, Mike
Shout out
Perry's
to
a
Vicente
dog.
Luque too.
Luque too.